Jim Beam Bourbon pours into Kentucky River after blaze destroys rickhouse. Fire continues to burn by the Associated Press and also weather.com for this video. A fire destroyed a Jim Beam rickhouse filled with about 45,000 barrels of aging bourbon in Versailles, Kentucky, and it continued to burn Thursday. That is, sent runoff into nearby waterways. Woodford County Emergency Management Director Drew Chandler said in a telephone interview the only thing left is ethanol fumes that is burning. Officials believe that letting the fumes burn will have less environmental impact than spraying the fire with water, which could wash the bourbon into a nearby creek that flows into the Kentucky River. An unknown amount of bourbon has already entered the water and is clearly visible on the Kentucky River on Wednesday. Officials from the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, have been on the scene since Thursday to help assess and contain the damage. No one was injured in the blaze that erupted late Tuesday in the warehouse near Woodford-Franklin County line, where about 45,000 barrels of bourbon was stored. It sent flames that could be seen for miles, shooting into the night sky and generating so much heat that fire truck lights were melted. The fire truck lights melted. Lightning might have been a factor, but fire investigators haven't been able to start looking for the cause, whatever that means. Chandler said Thursday that all barrels have burned and the liquid has pooled in the foundation. But there's so much debris left, and we can't see how much liquid is still there. He says the debris includes bricks, cinder blocks, and metal, including the bands that hold the barrels together. Chandler said heavy equipment is being brought in to move the debris, but so far the fire is too hot for the equipment to get near the site. A fire crew was standing by on Thursday, and law enforcement agents were at the site to prevent trespassing, he said. The Kentucky Energy and Environment Cabinet said in a news release that runoff from the fire is expected to create low dissolved oxygen levels in the Kentucky River and its tributary, Glens Creek, which could result in substantial fish kills. The Beam Suntory officials said they're working with authorities to assess the environmental effects. The distilling company said the multi-story warehouse contained a relatively young whiskey, meaning that it had not reached maturity for bottling for consumers. Bourbon acquires its color and flavor while aging for years in the new charred oak barrels. Given the age of the lost whiskey, the fire will not impact the availability of Jim Beam for consumers. The spirits company said in a statement the destroyed whiskey amounted to only 1% of Beam's bourbon inventory, it said. Jim Beam is the world's best-selling bourbon brand. The classic American whiskey is owned by Suntory Holdings Limited, a Japanese beverage company.